Hi, it's Amy and Tim, and we're back from Go With Less. We are taking a little break today from our series, How We Retired in Our 40s, and we're going to talk about how we're approaching trip planning for this gigantic trip we're taking this summer.
And the reason for this is Amy has spent the majority of the day planning the first city that we're going to experience on our extended 2-month trip in Europe this summer. So just to give you some perspective on how much effort it is put into every trip. So Amy spends a crazy amount of time planning every detail of what we're going to do. So we've already got all of our airfare booked. We all have all of our intercity travel booked. We have all of
between getting from city to city, country to country, that part's booked.
Yeah, we have all of our hotels or Airbnbs or accommodations. That's all booked. And so now we're focusing on what are we going to do in these cities when we're there. And so there's some things that I like to do. So I love beer, and so I like to find beer in a given city. And so I'll hand some of these places that I'd like to visit to Amy, and then she tries to squeeze them in or squeeze them out depending on her mood. and then
no room for that today.
That's exactly right. And then today, some of the things that Amy was looking at was UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
Yeah, I'll get into that. So some people might say, like, what the heck? Like, why would you be so planned? That's not really how that trip works. We have found for us, and everyone can travel differently.
That's right.
For us, we have found that we like to be planned. So we're a little different, I think, because since we're not working, we're not trying to like get away from a job when we go on like vacation or when we're traveling. We're not trying to like have rest and relaxation. We're trying to go explore and see as much as we can. And we have friends who say, I'm going to visit, like I'm coming back again. That's great for everybody. We may never be back here again. So here I am. I'm going to be 50 this summer. I haven't been to any of these places yet. And there's a lot of the world to go see. So what makes me think that I'm going to be back again? So we want to see like kind of everything there is to see.
And not only trying to squeeze it in, but also something that we found is that in order to find good deals, for instance, maybe on Monday, a museum's going to have a free day.
Good point.
So if we don't plan that out, then we either miss the museum or we have to pay for the museum. And so we find a lot of deals by doing all this research ahead of time. So if you just show up, certainly you're going to have this serendipity, and we have an appreciation for that. But at the same time, we found that with the planning, it allows us to save some money in addition to simply having sort of all of our ducks in a row. But we feel like having everything planned out means we get to see the majority of the things that we want to see, and we don't miss things that we would have liked to have seen. So it's just for us, it works.
And I'm thinking of a couple of vacations we've taken where we have done almost no planning. So we took a vacation to Panama, and we didn't really do anything. And we came home thinking that Panama City was meh. Maybe it is meh, but I didn't do my homework to determine. I did a little bit of homework, but not enough to determine what is there. We did the Panama Canal. We did like their old city, which was beautiful. But like we were supposed to be in Panama City for an entire week doing touristy stuff. Fortunately, we left for 72 hours and went to another island on the Caribbean side and had like a getaway. Otherwise, we would have kind of been bored to tears. And that may have been because Panama City didn't have enough to do. I don't know that that's true. I think it's because we didn't do our planning to understand what is there to do here. And so we've kind of been burned the very few times when we're just kind of like, let's go with the flow. We don't have as rich of an experience, and that's really what we're looking for. So today it's a little overwhelming to plan 11 cities. Normally I plan like 3 big cities, and that takes a lot, but 11 is like got me kind of reeling. And so today I'm like, where do I even start here on Krakow, Poland? And so fortunately, I started so I wanted to share with you where I started. I started with UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These are places that have been heavily vetted and are some really, really, so I don't know that it's 100% amazing, but anything we've ever done on the UNESCO site has been 100% amazing. And so there are places all around the world of cultural importance, historic importance, design importance, like social importance. So like there was a dance style in in Lisbon. Like there's a dance style that was part of the UNESCO World Heritage, and the name slips my mind. But like so it's like part of the culture that they wanted to recognize this dance in Lisbon, and we went, and it was kind of like flamenco, but its own thing, and that was amazing. So knowing what UNESCO says is like the cool stuff to do is like kind of one thing. A second is the Michelin guide. My parents have traveled. They retired in their early 40s, so we're like second generation FIRE, the financially independent, retired early. We're I'm second generation, I should say, because he's not that. He has different parents.
Retired early in a different way, but
yeah. So so they did this. They went all over Europe extensively, and so one of their big secrets is they go to the Michelin Guide. Now it's all online for free, and they go to the 2 and 3 star events and activities all within the city and outside of the city wherever they're visiting. So it turns out it goes up to 3 stars. There are 6 3-star events like things of interest, I should say, in the city of Krakow. That doesn't include some things outside of the city of Krakow that are massive. Like Auschwitz is a huge thing. You're not going to go to Krakow and avoid Auschwitz, or you shouldn't. There are these really cool salt mines that are on the UNESCO list and the Michelin list, but they're not in the city. So I don't know that I didn't know about them, but the pictures online look amazing. It looks like super duper cool. So
also, we can't help giving a shout out to our library. So I got a stack of books about Yay High from the library. I think I have 3 or 4 books on Krakow, 3 or 4 books on Budapest, 3 or 4 books on Vienna, and that's
just getting started.
And I'm just getting started. So the library is an amazing resource, and so we actually found some things in one of the books. I think we got the Lonely Planet, and also DK has a very visual Eyewitness, great series of books, and so we found some events that they actually will list out in one of these books. In June, here are things to look for in this city, festivals and things like that. And so I found a festival that's happening the day we arrive in Krakow.
Yeah, and we have limited time there. So I'm looking at our calendar here. We arrive on a Saturday. We're getting to an Airbnb very close to the center of town, and we're getting there probably about 5 o'clock. We're going to take public transportation to get there, clearing customs, whatever. So hopefully we get there about 5 o'clock, and then we're going to do some stuff. We're not going to chill out. What we've learned with jet lag is stay up and kind of hustle and get yourself moving so that we're on the local time zone right away. Unfortunately, neither one of us sleep very well on airplanes, like not well. When I say not well, like 5 minutes is what I do. So anyway, so we have a couple hours the day we get there on a Saturday night, and at 10 p.m. is what Tim's mentioning, is this gigantic fireworks presentation over a huge castle that's a major monument in town. So that should be really cool. We better stay up for that. It's a one-night thing every year. And then we have all day Sunday, all day Monday, all day Tuesday, and we leave we take a flight to Budapest in the morning on Wednesday morning, like early. So you have 3 full days to do a lot of stuff. So just wanted to share a little bit about formulating our plan, because there's a lot that goes into it. And fortunately, I love it, and it does give us a great experience. Maybe it's not for everybody, but I wanted to share some of my tips so that you could learn. And that's about it. So we are going to be posting about our ongoing travel, what we're doing with our travel, and certainly when we're on our trips, we're going to be posting videos, hopefully daily, as long as we have good Wi-Fi. So please,
hopefully with scenes other than our couch.
Yes, not just our couch. So we're going to hopefully have what we're seeing on the videos. But anyway, if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up, we'd appreciate that. If you would like to see more, you can subscribe down below, and you can visit our site at www.gowithless.com. Thanks for watching.